Hello again. My practitioners of light and love, you are most welcome here. All other energies can stay the fuck away. Let's just be straightforward, plain and simple. I will throw down when it comes to those energies. I have had enough already of time wasters, people impeding on my space. Energies, whatever, that ill intent. Yes. I'm at a certain threshold where I care not to be merciful. I'm just about done with that. So those who trespass on my space within my energies and try to compromise it, you shall get a return that you more than anticipated. Okay? So fair warning, angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, protect my space, my energies, my auric fields, my chakras, and that of my viewers and my family. Thank you so very much in advance. I ask fire dragons to come forth and transmute any residual negative energies surrounding. So I detect and transmute, into light and love. My goodness gracious. So many things out there to consider. This reading is just going to be like a short reading. I'm going to keep it down to 20 minutes because there's other things that I need to do. Like I said, people really prying into my space, into my auric fields, even coming off as passerbys. I am tired of all that bullshit. Like, I don't care what your reasoning is. Stay the fuck away. Like, I'm done. I'm fed up. No more toying around. Like, it's not just a personal offense, but you're also challenging the main agenda. You know, something that's greater than us both. So for you to do that and for me to kind of like give you so much wiggle room, I'm done with it. Okay. I'm done with it. I will exercise my power in making sure that you get the return that is due to you. Should you stay any further. Again, this is for my current practitioners of light and love. Let's go ahead and do a quick energy read. What should we be aware of? There's a lot, obviously, so let's pick one on which to be focused on. Call upon cosmic families of light and love, with the highest wisdom for our highest good, as well as our ancestors of the like, elementals of the like, ascended masters of the like, and my besties from the beyond that also are within that like. Which one? Okay, I'm told to figure out. Okay, this is the one. Okay, and so be it. I already see a picture in here. Okay, you know what to do with these things. Let's start. Okay, my turn. Okay. So, what it could have been, this is, by the way, card number 9. I believe that is the Hermit card. Um, so this is the shadow work card. This is also the enlightenment that is derived from the shadow work. The possibilities that people mainly saw are organic, locally grown, family farmed, humanely raised, pesticide-free broccoli. Oh my goodness. A Southern Belle hoop skirt, a large wine goblet, or an island with one lonely but proud cactus. That was the closest one that I got for that. Okay. So, looking on a hill, a man standing on it, or a person standing on that, and looking at their footsteps from down below. And they're just like, really happy with where how far they've come. It is also, mind you, a cave, given that little crevice right there. It does look like a small mountain, but nonetheless, we celebrate our victories, and it could be just a matter of perspective, where we have like the upper view, and it's scaled down the mountain, and we're closer to the individual. So we're closer to that feeling of, I think it's what we overall feel as like accomplishment. So we're getting closer and closer to that feeling as we let go of all these negativities behind, the people that make us feel like, or that impose, that imply, that propose that we're any less than what we've been, just being as is, worthy of such successes. That it is also an unveiling. You see this yellow tarp, it's almost like it was lifted. So and people like there's energies around us that we might not visually like see, but we feel that they're kind of pushing the props together, like helping us see our accomplishments. And I'm getting that from my soul family, like my surrounding peers. I do need to keep still aloof in a certain way, but most definitely I'm seeing that vibe come across, that there's more positivity also on the outskirts, rather than like, engrossed in jealousies and just the other stuff that keeps us kind of separated. So we're looking at this because it looks like, it's kind of like two left feet kind of buckled in. So we started out with this uncertainty, and we reached that height, we reached that pinnacle, and other people are seeing that as well. We feel it first, and like as we're ascending, because we're getting closer to the top. But moreover, we're getting that extra boost from our surroundings. So I have to say thank you to my supporters and my sponsors, because when I was thinking about it earlier today, and looking at, okay, I really did ask for a lot of help to get me through what I need to get through today. And thinking about sponsors, we're also thinking about the investments like Mary Magdalene and, all of these other energies that sponsor with their time and with their inputs. Those that are unseen, those that, we can barely comprehend, haven't even thought about when it comes to other dimensions and, being a multiverse. So looking at all of these sentient beings on a 360, we have to acknowledge what we, that's kind of beyond our current comprehension, that contribute to our growth. So given that light, knowing where we originally stood and how we got there, it is a group effort. It is like, it does take a cosmic village. So looking at that, there's a lot of truth in the matter. And then when I tilt it to either side, it looks like a happy crab, you see? Kind of like moseying along, like along the horizon, whichever side, it goes along. So we're kind of minding our own business. I wouldn't say that we're quite bottom feeding, but we're becoming more of a minimalist as far as when we scout around our premises. So it's just like being a happy camper as we move along, staying low as much as laying low as much as possible, and just being happy with, our findings. Because even if we encounter shitty energy, it's more like, okay, this is practice for us to put on, like, not just our best foot forward, but also, like, discern what type of magic shall be used, and to what degree. So we're happy with the opportunities that we receive, because there are so many bigger things that are going on that we're going to be employed to. What do you call it? What do you call it when delegate? We're going to be delegated bigger things. So for right now, we're remaining, like, hard on the outer shell, and we're just, like, protecting ourselves and engaging in our magic, and just, like, seeing what's out there. Because the more we stay sheltered, and I did get confirmation from my friends on this, is that the more we stay sheltered, the less we're not able to grow or expand. And how much happiness is there, like, being within a self-imposed box. It's like you agree to the contractual terms of what people propose to you, and I'm definitely not going to be doing that. There was a job that came up that reopened that was like double or more than what I used to get paid like 5 years ago, and I was open to it. Like, everything matched except for the fact that, like, there was this one element that I refused to, like, as a personal decision, but I refused to divulge. Like, it's none of their business. Like, it's not even within the law to no. So anyway, I decided to opt out of that. Like, I'm not going to compromise my personal choices based on I'm not gonna sell out. That's basically what it is. Like, I feel like I stand strong within my decision, and I'm not going to be like I'm not going to question myself about it because of it being a requirement for the pay rate. So it's just making those firm decisions. And then on upright, automatically it looked like a heart, like a spinning heart, like a flying object, but it's like a heart. So one of those twirl objects, that fly up in the air, but it's like a manta ray. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. That was the main one that the first thing that I saw. This is also bringing about two different sides together, a meeting in the middle. That's mainly what I got there. So what else are we getting here? We're going to use the Fountain Tarot. I feel like I think it's okay to add some color into this. I'm feeling a lot better. Like, yesterday I was really feeling like really, really shitty. Like, very, very, very shitty. You could tell in my readings that something was compromising my space, and there were like ex-military, people who are well versed in, within different like cultures too, that were like tapping into my energy. But like, I have to remain a fighter, and instead of questioning and feeling victimized about it, I really need to step up. Oh my gosh, I put this in there. I didn't even see what it like cut into. Sorry. But really need to step up my game, and that, like, my attitude, it's not all for nothing. And so I just gotta really push through and use these as opportunities to just get better. Because as far as I know, like, the secret recipe to getting better, on the initial stages of growth is sleep. But at this point, it's like it's come to like it's becoming an excess. Like, I don't need like 12 to 14 hours of sleep broken up throughout the day, and only to like have all of these dreams. Like, for somebody who works on a basis of like 4 to 6 hours of sleep on a regular, this is absolutely like in excess. And I have to contribute it to partially like just getting my immune system back up, like insured, because there are a lot of people that want to, try to take me down at different angles. So what do we have here? Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, can you clarify that? Oh, so there's several. The Emperor watching out for me. Queen of Cups also. Six of Cups. Four of Cups. The World in reverse, and the Fountain in just reversal. So, in closing cycles, I have to be able to let things be. Okay? And I have to take Spirit's word for this one, on this one. That even though, like, as much as I would like to feel bonded with the world at this time, it's like I have to kind of withhold some of that, like, especially with my person. Like, I would really love to, but there's some, a certain growth spurt where that last half is in transition, and figuring out some things. The truth about, my abilities, intuition, like how I'm tapped in and to the truth and to the collective. There's some things that still need figuring out, so I just need to let things be and just be as, yeah, I think that's what it is. And that's why, like, I haven't done any more of the X project readings. Like, I tried yesterday, I tried today, and like flipping through, and I bookmarked a few, but it still like wasn't quite there. Like, yesterday I was number one, not feeling like well enough, and then today, like, I know I'm not supposed to right now. So Spirit's alongside with me, ensuring, like, giving me that boost up. So I have to, make sure that the things that I do are focused, and I'm just barely getting there again. No, let's go ahead and rephrase that. I just recovered from, just kind of like awakened again, like a mini awakening. Yeah. 5 of Cups and 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So it's saying goodbye to the 3 that have fallen, and it's almost like twofold, because we see the 3 that have fallen here and the 3 that have fallen here, understanding that, and while keeping in harmony, just kind of like seeing some of my soul family, like being like barely introduced to them, but not like truly 100% being able to engage with them. I don't know why though, but I guess it's like to clear things out, because the devil works in many ways, and the manipulation can go as far as to like reach into my associates like weaknesses, the people that I'm affiliated with, and we just can't compromise both worlds. So 8 of Coins, so there's a missing piece, and that's all there is to it, like just to connect all of the dots. And so Spirit is helping engage in making that happen. All of it has done like on and this might like also go for you, speaking, soul family, things happen almost concurrently when it comes to other portals of connect, but just shifting things into place, and this is done kind of, it wasn't muted, but it was in reversal. So this is something that's done in sequence with interacting with, like, the underworld, what they present, their energies. So it's like, when you have to assemble something and you have to somewhat like lock it in place, that extra force that's needed, that's where the underworld comes in, the motionings of that. So even though they don't intend for that to happen, that's that's what it does. So when I got the Mary Magdalene card, I remember that it was something about seeing the sentience in all life. Let me see here. Mary Magdalene, spirituality, Okay, no, it wasn't her, but it was rather... Oh, I got this on a personal note. Pallas Athena. Athena, goddess of truth and wisdom. She is the lord of karma for the fourth ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals of divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. I prefer it, but like I said, if you could cross the line, I seriously I'm going to use my other preferences to put into play. Okay, your guidance is to follow her example. See the higher perspective in all areas of conflict. Draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned this divine sort of truth to point the divine way forward. No, which one was it? It's something about seeing the sentience in all life. Where is that? Da 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 dum. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to check on time. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Archangel Metatron's retreat. I got that personally too. You are asked to send love and wisdom to all sentient beings, yeah. And something Egyptian in here as well. But anyway, yes. Okay, is there anything else that is needed from here? Like, what else? Did I miss anything, angels? Love and light. Did I miss anything, spirit? Okay, Nine of Cups pronounced, Justice muted, Ace of Coins muted, Four of Wands muted, Knight of Swords pronounced, and Seven of Wands pronounced. Yeah. Okay. So it's like they're saying go out there and get them, just Knight of Swords is fully pronounced, so it's it's like a speedway. But this is going to test my agility and my ability to also remain as happy as I can be, as positive and fulfilled as can be within this phase, of waiting for until it clicks, that and part of that is just being good with the way things are. Everything is a process, so not to judge it, or because the more we judge it, the more we inquire, add in the element of lack mindset, why is it like this, rather than just being and it's hard to do that. There's a challenge because there's things coming at you that are hungry and greedy, and so how are you not to be defensive when all it's just kind of calling you to put up your walls, but the thing is that when it comes to putting up walls, we're looking at the Four of Wands, home and hearth. So when we put up walls, we create homes, okay, that we're very well invested in the true element of justice. So to internalize what that means, and when we're challenged with such energies, we are meant to, because a lot of them are borderline, and a lot of them are more so intrigued rather than just they do also have a mind of their own, so they're not just disseminated flying monkeys to carry out a duty. Those are also individuals too that we also have the ability to, we also have the power to create imprints upon. So when they are exposed to our energy, what they're used to seeing is people putting up their walls, and they respond further. Whereas with my energy, it's quite different. I would rather build a home and reveal for what it's worth to fully invest in that, because we automatically are meeting up with the divine halfway, and then it just it magnetizes also their investment, and so it's balancing things out with the world, one and one, most definitely. like the added weight of an additional pentacle is not a burden for this particular case, whereas when you work on the dark side, you're working like just for the paycheck, clock in and clock out, and that added weight is like, it gives the impression that it will relieve the added weight, but it's not. It's just added weight, added weight, added weight. And it's no more of an investment, than what they started out with. They just like have more stuff, but like there's no real fulfillment. So that's where our foot is, like in the door. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Yep. Teaching. It's really engaging in that surprise of like what it means to have like true discipline, like 360, not just for the check, but also like what we've invested in. Like this is a big box item, when you're thinking about like Christmas and like certain investments, it is a big box item that we get to open up, and it's like, yeah. Top of the deck is Judgment. It's karma. It's coming. So we might as well invest like how we have with the intangibles. Just because we're presented with the tangibles doesn't make it's really not that much more difficult working with the tangibles, especially if you worked with it like on a more difficult plane and succeeded. So this is like the divine is basically saying, like, it may seem more difficult because of transition between the two worlds, but we truly took care of that in the most complex fashion of like, how do you do that when like with energies coming at you, like, and now we get to see the physical state, like the face behind the name, when it comes to those energies. And it's not to say that those intangibles are now relieved, but now we see it like in collaboration in the here and now. So we can see like bigger identifiers, the sources of where those are coming from. So it's like the answer key is like right there. Like we stole the like teacher's textbook where they have like the answer key on the side when we're going through the textbooks, like the old school ones anyway, from what I remember. But we get to see like, oh, that connects to that. Okay, like that makes a lot more sense. But because of that, we have to recognize our value. Like this is, we get to see our elevation point, like what we've learned and like how we've progressed. Like we have that advantage point of the practice of the intangibles. And that's excellent. I mean, that's as close as you can get to like how people are starting to manipulate children, like teach them the ways of how to work in darkness, and use their gifts for manipulation at a very young age. Let's say like single digit, like age 3. So that's the closest that you can get to those similar workings. The Shrek regimen, we got the best of the best, let me tell you. We got the best of the best mentors. These are not just based like on ground level here, like, human to human, with as savvy as they are, with and adept as they are within their own practices. The combination does not equate to getting the best of the best beyond the veil. And then our supporters here, like, are you kidding me? Like, our supporters are growing like by the thousands is what I'm hearing. Like, so much life out there. Do not underestimate. So this is what a confidence builder, I'd say. Like, and it's legit. So just keep going at this. Like, I was starting to like get really deflated about yesterday and the day before. Just like I got really ill. Like these people from the military, like they practice like no mercy. Like every person is just like a thing to get to the next thing, to ensure the next thing. And it's like they act like it's some kind of like strategic game piece of. And I don't understand what their fulfillment is. Maybe proving themselves to like the highest authority that claims themselves to be. That like it's like a popularity contest of within the occult and spirituality. Like it's so political as well, and it's just like dude, do you see where you're going in this? Like, do you see that you're like the ultimate pawn and you're okay with that? Like, you just trashed all of your training, and like it's such a huge disappointment. If they were to sit in their own shoes and their own filth of what kind of work they are doing, like, they would see. And like, I honestly believe that they are better than that. Like, and it doesn't have to be this way. So it's just sad. So anyway, like, anyway, let's just go ahead and look at what's in the middle of the deck. Ace of Wands in reverse. So, I think this is Spirit, like, kind of pointing that at us, Pick up the wand, fool. Pick it up. Like, it's a decathlon, like handing the wand to, like, the next person, to the next person, to the next person, to, fully strive for, like, the winnings as a whole. It's not just about team playing, but noticing, I see a tiger, like, not a tiger, but a lion at close to the hilt. And it's shining through. So that's really what it is. It's being able to pass the wand, the torch. It's being able to pass the torch from one person to the next. So that's me passing it on to you because it's in reversal, right? So it's, yeah, that's what that is. Most definitely. Okay, I think that's it. I was gonna, am I doing bananagrams? Okay, let's just do a quick one. Okay, this fell on the Hierophant. It is R, WGOAAERUILEON. So I see Rui, RUI, which is a name that I know, or know of. He is present here. I see Neil, Neil. He is also present. I know him, or know of him. I see ring, WRING, so like ringing something out, working against oneself. But it's also like seeing the toils and the sweat, like, everything that you could possibly see as far as how much you've inputted, and being hard work. Wear, WEAR, so it's like wear and tear, but it's also like threads, things that you don. Okay. Ruling, RULING. So, it's about your domain. It's really thinking about, like, what you own versus what you conquer. And those could be two very different things. I mean, you could crush your goals, but it's like, what are you truly taking ownership of? Most definitely. I didn't know how I was going to word it, but that's the way to word it. I have raw. So being brutally honest. We had that that term in one of the latest descriptions, like something about spirit and spirituality. There's something about the truth being in the raw. I forget what that fresh meat means, being in the raw, like yeah, so you have to see it. I can't recall it right now. And then roll. Yeah, seeing like what roles we take up, you know. Are we like what are we assigned to, like delegated to do? Yeah, because those could be two different things too. Like if you're wearing many hats, like what you're assigned to can be very different from what you're being delegated to do. So if you're going to be that go-to person, make sure that you're not ending up to be like, you know, just the to-do person. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you find a sense of importance in your role, make sure that there's something very concrete about it that is of substance. That's what they're saying. I have age. So a lot of us are aging. Well, everyone is aging, right? So just like a lot of people say like act your age, but like, you know, I think this is more like understand that you're aging, but are you also growing? Like, do you know what I mean? Or are you working on this, like, are you just working at like day by day just to like move parallel to where you've been, you know? And then we have O, and it's sharing the W with Ra. So we owe it to ourselves to be as truthful as possible, because when we're brutally honest with ourselves like that, creates like a form of sustenance, is what I'm hearing. That like we don't have to like feed off of the likings of someone else. We don't have to like strive to like be any like popular, or like we don't have to like engage in pissing contests, or we don't have to validate ourselves based on like, you know, what everyone else seeks to be the truth. So when we're brutally honest with ourselves, it automatically engages us to the point where like, you know, the truth of what everybody else sees doesn't matter. And so Spirit is looking at that. Yeah, most definitely. So I think that's it. Thanks very much for joining. I hope you learned something. I hope it resonated. And I do private readings. I do have a separate Q&A because, like I said, I value and appreciate my time and will not waste either of ours in, you know, lower vibing energy. So I want to make sure that I am, you know, validating purpose within these energetic readings, and that my talents are used properly. So that said, all portals that have been opened, I close them now. And thank you in advance for respecting my time, my space, my energies, and that of my viewers and families. That is it for now. Thank you very much, my divine team and my besties from beyond. I think that's it for now. Okay, bye for now.